Hi everyone, welcome to the channel ServiceNow Save. In continuation to our session ServiceNow Jira Interaction, today we'll have the second part where we want that if we create one task or one issue in Jira, that should trigger and create one incident in ServiceNow, right? So it's a other way of, the first session was ServiceNow to Jira. Now this session is intended to uh, have the flow where Jira to ServiceNow interaction should work, right? So for that, again, we need to have a Jira plugin installed in our uh, ServiceNow instance, as well as you should have one Jira account to see and do the hands-on, right? So without further delay, what we'll go is we'll start with the hands-on. Uh, if you have not gone through the previous session of installing the plugin and also create Jira account and all those, I will share the link for the first part. Please go through that first. There we already have done this prerequisite, and also we did see the live where we did create one incident in ServiceNow, and that triggered one story, I think, creation in Jira, right? So let's start with the second part where we'll create some issue in Jira and that will create one incident in ServiceNow. All right. So again, the prerequisite is we should have the Jira plugin installed. If it is installed, we'll just type Jira in Navigator. You should have these options. So we'll go to Jira Webhook registry, right? So what is Webhook, right? You must have heard the name. If you already doing some coding, you must have heard the GitHub Webhook, right? Jenkins, like once a commit goes to GitHub, automatically Jenkins run the build, right? So it's kind of listener where one system will trigger on the basis of some event trigger. They will send the data, and other system will listen on that, right? Automatic listener will be attached to the webhook. So that's how it goes through. So now we have to create one webhook for the service now. We came here. Let us create a new. Here we'll give that Jira service now webhook. Anything, any name you can give. No worry about the name. Now the token, right? So if you open this navigator, we have some Jira service now token that I did create. Now, right? Let us create a new token where I'll just put the generate secure token here, like Jira as now, something like that. Give any name. I did create on link. I did click on link directly. That did create one token. So click on submit. So you have uh, one record for Jira Webhook registry. Now you just context save. So if you save it, you will have one uh, callback URL. Uh, the button came. Now once you click on that, you have the complete link. That is the webhook uh, link that we need when we create the webhook on Jira side. So just copy this. Now let's go to the Jira, right? So here we already have discussed that you need to create one free account, and once you create, you will have this uh, basic dashboard where you have one project in Jira. Now you just go to your setting, and there would be a Jira admin setting system. So under the system, if you navigate below the bottom, you will be seeing one webhooks, right? So click on that. Now we're trying to create one webhook for the ServiceNow interaction, right? So URL already we are having. So simply click on a create webhook, and now we can put that name as a ServiceNow service now listener, right? So we just putting any name, no naming convention as such. This matters like the URL, and I'm just pasting whatever I copied from this particular callback URL, right? Nothing more. I'm just need to choose, like, okay, so you want to trigger the event based on what action, right? So Jira has multiple actions. So when do you want to send the event on this webhook URL, on which event, right? So what we'll do is I'm just putting created. So whenever we create the issue, right? Any kind of issue when we create, at that time only this uh, event will be triggered on this particular event will be sent to this particular webhook, right? That's what it is. You can choose anything as per your project need. I did create like for the issue created, I'm adding the webhook. Nothing more. I'll simply click on create. If your URL is valid, you should able to see the tick mark. So listener is enabled on the Jira side. All right. Now, so that is one part. Now in the service now side, we also have to have a routing policy. What is this, right? So we simply have registry, but when the webhook once get triggered from the Jira, what will happen and who should receive that, right? We should have some receiving side to get the event, and on the basis of event, we should do some action. Correct? So, like Jira will send, okay, create issue is done. So, issue is created. Now, based on that event, we have to perform some action. And what action we are planning? To create one incident in service now, right? For that, we should be having one record in the Jira webhook routing policies. So click on new, and now if once you click on new, you'll have okay. Before that, I'll just duplicate this tab. One more thing. So how do we capture the trigger and perform some action? What is the module we have to perform such kind of action in ServiceNow, right? If you remember that module is nothing but a our flow designer, right? Flow designer will accept a trigger and will perform the action based on the trigger, right? So let's go to flow designer. If you observe one thing in flow designer, you since we installed the Jira plugin, you will have one flow already available, not under the flows. It will be under sub flows, and the name will be uh, so this is not the copy one. You will not have that one. You should simply search with JIRA, and you will see that there is a process Jira webhooks. So that flow is already available, subflow basically, and that subflow will not do anything. It is just that when you create one issue, it will log that issue created. But our requirement is not only that. Our requirement is to create one incident when the uh, issue is created. For that, let us clone this flow and write our own requirement, own action. So for that, there is a copy subflow. Once you copy, let us name it as a like Jira issue to incident, something like that, right? Jira issue to incident creation. Give some name, application global, don't change it. Let's make it copy. So you have one new subflow, Jira issue to incident creation. Now, before we do anything, the one uh, uh, update we have to perform in this subflow is like if you see the properties, basically subflow will work uh, uh, and trigger by the user who initiate the session. So that will create a problem because that user will not have the not have the access to create one incident. So when we create any subflow, the best practice is to use the run as system user, so that it will not have any access issues for the record that we're going to create. So use system user update. Other thing I would recommend is for any subflow or flow, you make the reporting setting enabled, right? So by default, it will be off. So you should choose the full so that once the flow is triggered, you can see the reporting what happened and if it is failed, why it failed. So these two recommendation from my side, you always should do when you create any subflow or when we clone any subflow. So if you see that, it will be now full configuration runtime, and also we have changed the properties to run as the admin. Correct. So now in this step, what I want to do is, so subflow input is already there. So you don't have to write the trigger part of flow, right? So when the Jira issue is created, then that particular trigger is already attached with the subflow. And that is why we have copied it. We didn't create new, right? log is also there. So there will be log in system where it will show that issue is created. Now what I want is I want to create one incident based on the Jira, right? So our action would be create record. So I think if you don't know what is flow designer and how to work with that, I'll share the link for the session where I covered the flow designer part. But yeah, so flow designer has three part like uh, basically trigger and the action. So let us go ahead and do action like create record. So I want to create record in which table? So that I have to choose. I want to do in incident table. All right. Now, incident table, which field you want to populate with this? I want to populate short description. So incident table has short description, right? I want to populate short description of incident from summary field of our issue in Jira. For that, you should be clicking on the fields. Under the fields, we have a so subflow inputs is there, right? Now issue. So this record, and then under this we have to choose the summary. So we have a summary. So whatever summary we provide for the GL, same thing will be the short description for the incident. Similarly, let's create one more mapping like description. So description field should be mapped with which field of Jira. So I want to map my description with I think the same description will be named for Jira issue also. So let's put same thing description. So description is mapped with description, not much. We just adding these two. Click on done. So my flow is ready. So ready means you have to publish it. Then only it is ready. So we have Jira issue to incident creation subflow available and it is published. Not only that. Now we have to go back to this particular routing policies. Here we have to create and attach the record with that subflow. So I am telling you, so let's put here like the name of this is Jira issue to incident, something like that. Order doesn't matter for us. We have to choose the answer. The answer field should be populated with our subflows that we did create just now. Jira issue to incident creation. Click on OK. That subflow is attached with default answer also. So that is fine. It is attached to this particular subflow and submit. So our routing policy is enabled. So what all we did create one webhook registries and we added this webhook to Jira site, right? Here we did clone the subflow from Jira's webhook subflow, and we added the incident creation logic and added changed something in flow to make it run as admin and also some properties, right? And then added one Jira webhook routing policies by attaching that subflow. So once these are all done, now we are good to go ahead and create one issue in Jira, and then we'll see that that particular incident is coming into service now or not. So we are all set for doing the hands-on. Uh, Let us create one issue. So I'll put let it find task only. So this issue is from Jira. So this is my summary. This is from my Jira, and the short description for incidents will be this only, right? This description is populated from Jira. Something like that. We can do anything. There are no restriction on that. I am just creating it. All right. Task created. Webhook already attached. Now, if I go to this record, if I simply click on execution, there should be a record for execution for this subflow, and that should give me a clue that it works, right? So it loads and takes some time. Jira's to integration is completed, right? So it is all done. And let us see what happened to our incident. Did we create one incident or not? Sorry, it should be complete. All right. So we did create this issue is from Jira. So this issue is from Jira. We did create one incident. Okay, and this is just now it created. You see that 236. This is just now we created, and if you see description came as the same. Like if you see, okay. So if I see the description, not this. Sorry, I will go to my project, and just now I have one task created. Just service notification. This one, this is sorry, from Jira. I think this is the one. This is the one. Oh, sorry, it keep on creating. Uh, just created one thing, and also this is from Jira. So now you see that what the wrong is happening is it keep on creating the incident and Jira. So why it is happening? Very interesting thing currently happening. We have a two layer of thing, right? So when we create incident from Jira, it goes and create one it in the sorry when you create incident in ServiceNow, it creates one story in Jira, and vice versa also happening, right? So when we create some story in Jira, it create incident in ServiceNow. So it is a loop now, and that is why you see that this loop is continuously running. Okay, so for that to stop the loop, we have to remove this at least one flow we have to break, then only it will be able to achieve. So we have to remove this. Let us see if we can, or we can remove the flow, or we can remove the trigger something. Yeah. So that's what. So we should not have a loop where one incident from ServiceNow should create a story in Jira, and again back Jira story create incident in ServiceNow. That became a loop, and that loop is creating a problem for us. So if I delete this, the loop will be gone. So we should not create any further, and that's a good learning, right? So we have seen that we have a loop and that created a problem. Generally, for normal case, we should be having only one way. So if you see that, you will have lot of tasks being created in the uh, uh, Jira and lot of incident in the service now. So if you see the number, right? So that loop is kind of happening. So yeah, so that's all. So we did create uh, the interaction in two layer. One is where incident in ServiceNow did create a story in a task in Jira, and vice versa, right? So because we had a loop, if you see that a lot of incident available in my system. So uh, if you if you go to all the list, the number of list is so huge, 91,000. That is the chain of creation is happening. All that good thing, good learning that we've seen that why it is keep on having a loop, but that should not add further because I stop the listener uh, at that level. So that should not happen now. That's all for today. We've seen that how from Jira did trigger one event in ServiceNow and vice versa. If you really liking the session, please like and subscribe so that it will encourage me to add further session. Thank you. Thanks.